Hello everyone, welcome to another video on Python programming series. In this video, we will learn about data types in Python. Python has several built-in data types that are used to define the kind of value a variable can hold. These data types can be broadly categorized into the following groups. We have number one, numeric types. Numeric data type is simply used for representing numbers. Numeric data type is subdivided into integers. Integer data types are used to represent integer values, which are whole numbers in Python. Example, we have x equals to 10. 10 as a whole number is interpreted as integer in Python. We also have float data type. Float data type is used for representing decimal numbers value in Python. It represents floating point numbers such as decimals. Example, we have y equals to 3.1. For each time we see a decimal in Python, it is being stored as float data type. We also have complex data type. Complex data type is used for complex numbers with real and imaginary parts. A good example of this can be like z equals to 1 plus 2j. Now 1 is the real number and 2 is the imaginary number. Number 2, we have text data type. Text data type is used for representing strings of characters and it is stored as a string, which is normally passed in quotations. Example, we have x equals to hello world in quotes. Number 3, we have mapping data type. Mapping data type is used for storing key value pairs. It is used for mapping data type pairs and normally stored as dictionary. Then we have number 4, set types. Set data types are used for storing unordered collection of unique items with no duplicated values. Also, we have Boolean type. Boolean type is used to represent truth value. It's used for representation of either true or false value in Python. And here we have sequence types. Sequence data type is used for storing collection of items. Sequence types is further categorized into tuple, list, and range. The last one we have binary types. Binary data types are used for representing binary data. Actually, binary data types are not that commonly used in Python, but it's necessary that we should have a little knowledge of it. So in binary data type, it's further divided or categorized into byte, byte array, and memory view. Okay, now let's dive into our Jupyter notebook where we can learn this data type in much detail. So I am in my Jupyter notebook and I will title my notebook as data types in Python. So if you don't know how we got to this extent, please do well to go through our last video on introduction to Python so you see how we got to this extent. Okay, first let's start with text data type. So to start with my text data type, I will go ahead and give a comment as text data type. Here I want to bold my text data type. I'll come here, change this to markdown and space here as well, then run and it gives me in bold text data type. We also learned all this in our introduction to Python, and that's why it's necessary that you check it out. Okay, when we are talking about text data type, we are obviously talking about strings data type. And strings data type is a sequence of characters in Python which are usually passed within quotation. So suppose I have a variable as name with a value choice. I'll have to put this in quote, and I want to print out this name. I will run this and it gives me a choice. Now suppose I want to. So now if I'm to check the data type of this name, I will type print type in bracket the name of the variable which is name. Okay, and then I'll run this and it returns string. This STR stands for strings. I think I should include a comment here that this is a string data type, so we will not forget. So just write here strings. So I have to include string data type here for a better understanding. So let's go ahead. So this STR stands for string data type. So this print type has just confirmed that variable name, which is having the choice, is a string data type. Also, you can assign perform strings method in this operation. Suppose I want to change this object rejoice to uppercase. I will quickly type the name of the variable, which is name, and then a dot, then type upper, and then in parentheses, run. This will quickly return rejoice in uppercase. Then, if I want to change it to a lowercase, I will as well type name and then type dot lower and run, and it gives me rejoice. Okay. The next one is how to use the replace function in strings. To use the replace function, you type the name of the variable, which in this case is name, then replace. Okay, for a better understanding, let's declare another variable as, let's say, this stands for string, right? And then with a value, hello world. To print out this quickly, write the name of the variable and run, it gives us hello world. To check the data type, we type print in parentheses type, another parenthesis, the name of the variable, which is str. You run this, it will return string data type. That means hello world is a class of string data type. So now what we want to learn in this part is how to use replace function in strings data type. So with this variable to use the replace function, we will quickly type the name of the variable, which is str, standing for strings, and then a full stop, a dot, and replace. Then in parentheses, we want to change this word to Python. So we will quickly type word input. We will quickly type word and the comma, and then we say Python. So we'll go ahead to run this, and it quickly returns hello Python. So this is how the replace function is used in string data type. Okay. Also, you can as well perform extraction of strings operation. Okay, I will give a command. Let me increase myself. We also did this in a previous video on introduction to Python. We learned how we can increase ourselves. So you can as well perform extraction of strings operation. I will give a comment as retrieve h in the string variable above. That means I want to retrieve just this h in this hello world. So here we are obviously talking about forward indexing. So to retrieve just only h from the string called str above, you perform a forward count, which in this case you start from 0. In Python, indexing start from 0. So I will start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So H becomes 0 because it's the first index in this hello. Then E becomes 1, L, 2, the next L is 3, and then you go ahead counting. But in my comment, I said retrieve H in the string variable above. So to do this, I will type the name of my variable, which in this case is str, right? Then in a square bracket, I'll include 0. I'll go ahead and run this and it returns h for me. Okay, so if I want to retrieve, let's say e in this same variable, I will go ahead to say here 1. So I will type the name of the variable is square bracket and 1 and it returns e. We also have backward indexing. In backward indexing, you start counting from the back. So just like this hello world is, I will start counting from the back. I will start counting from this the hello world. So I will start counting from here, which is D. D is the first index here. So D will be minus 1, I will be minus 2, and R will be minus 3. Okay, let's say I want to retrieve this arrow in world. What I'll simply type there is I'll quickly type in minus 3 and it will return arrow for us. So this is forward indexing and here we have backward indexing. I would love to make a detailed video on forward and backward indexing. If you are in support of me making a video on forward and backward indexing, give me a thumbs up in the comment section below and please subscribe to this channel so you can always get notification each time we upload a new video. Alright, moving forward, let's explore how numeric data type works in Python. I'll give a comment as numeric data type. I've already bold my comment. So I'll go ahead to declare a variable, and in this case, the name of my variable is num1 with a value 6. And then here I want to know the data type of num1. I will quickly type print parenthesis type, and then I say num1 and I print, and it gives me int. Remember in our introduction we said that numeric data type is further divided into integer, float, and complex numbers. And we said that in integer we are obviously talking about all the whole numbers that we know. So 6 is the whole number. That definitely means that 6 is an integer. And this said print type to confirm the data type of num1 and it gives us integer. Okay, so Next, let's declare a variable as num2 with a value as 6.8 and we wish to confirm the data type of 6.8. As you can see, this is a decimal value. That simply means it is a float data type. So to check the data type, we will type print type in bracket, we will say num2, which is the name of the variable. We go ahead to run and it returns float. So each time we see decimals in Python, we will always know that it is a float data type. Okay, but what if this decimal is having a minus? That's one of the questions that I got in one of my videos. I was asked, what if this decimal is having a minus? So let's quickly declare a variable num3 to give an answer to this question. So we have minus, let's say 7.5, and we want to confirm the data type of minus 7.5. We will simply say print in parentheses, we will say type, and then in another parenthesis, we will include the name of the variable, which in this case is num3, and we run this. Obviously, num3 is also a float. Why? Because there is a decimal attached to it. So when we say minus 7 point, anytime we see point or decimal, we know that we are obviously referring to a float data type. Another category of numeric data type is the complex data type. So I'll go ahead and declare a variable num4 with a value as 2 plus 7, 7j. Okay, this is obviously a complex type of numeric data type. And here we want to check the data type. So I'll go ahead and say type in bracket the name of the variable, which is num4, and I'll run this and it returns complex. So this is a complex data type. Okay, in our introduction, we also mentioned that complex data type has the real part and the imaginary part. Let's see how we can explore the real part and imaginary part of complex data type. So to explore the real part of complex data type, we will quickly type the name of the variable, which in this case is num4, then a dot and real. This will extract only the real part. So I will run this and it gives me 2. Obviously, looking at this complex number, the first number here is 2, which is the real part, and the next number is 7, which is the imaginary part. So to extract the imaginary part, I will as well go ahead and say num4 dot imaginary. I'm spelling my imaginary as IMAG, and it returns the imaginary part of this complex number, which is 7. Moving ahead, let's explore mapping data type. I'll go ahead to give a comment as mapping data type. I'll go ahead to change this and bold it. So we are talking about mapping data type. And a mapping data type, which is dictionary data type, is usually identified with a curly brace. Dictionary data type is used for storing key value pairs. It is a mutable collection of key value pairs. So let's go ahead to declare a variable as dic. Here we will include our by values, which in this case we have name. So here we want to as well confirm that, okay, this is a dictionary. This is a dictionary data type. We will quickly type here print. In parentheses, we'll type and the name of our variable, which is it, and then we run, and it gives us a class of dictionary. Okay, so if I also want to print this dictionary, I will as well say this and run this, and it returns of the list of values contained in my dictionary, in my variable. Okay, so now maybe I don't want to retrieve everything in my variable. I just want to retrieve, let's say, age, just age. I will go ahead to say age, which is the name of my variable, and then I will say age. In square brackets, I will say age and run this, and it returns the age of Rejoice for me. Here we have age, Rejoice age as 25, and it returns 25. So if I want to return maybe the location of Rejoice, I will quickly type in square, I will say location. Remember, in Python we have case sensitivity. So if I should write here a lower case L, it will not give me my result. Sorry, wrong spelling location. I omitted A. So I'll go ahead and put my A, and I want this, it returns Nigeria. Let's see how to remove values from a dictionary. Okay, let's include a comment how to remove objects in a dictionary. So this is an already existing dictionary and want to remove. Maybe you want to make some changes. You can quickly do that using pop. So to remove element from my already existing dictionary, I'll type the name of my variable, which is big, and then include a dot, which is full stop in my keyboard, and pop. Then include what I want to pop in. Each time you see pop, it definitely means remove or delete. So include what I want to remove in my parentheses, which in this case I want to remove age. Then go ahead and run this, and it returns all the values included in this variable without the age. That means I've removed the age. Okay, so if I want to as well remove this name, I'll go ahead. Let me quickly copy this. I'll go ahead, and here I will just change this age to name, and I'm left with just location. That means Visual's name is off, the age is off, and we are left with just location. Okay, let's see how we can as well. Let's see how we can add values to an already existing dictionary. So how to add objects in a dictionary. To add an object in a dictionary, I'll quickly type the name of the variable of the dictionary, a square bracket, and then include the object I want to add. In this case, I want to add a city, and then say equal. The name of the city here is Calabar in quotes, and I say D. and then I run. Look at this. We now have location Nigeria, city Calabar. Hmm? So now, let's say I want to add the age I removed and the name I removed earlier. So I'll just be copying this so I can be fast. So I can easily add the name here. I'll say name. I'll change this color now. Rejoice. And I run. And our name is added. Rejoice. Our swap one here. Change here to age. And here age is 25. It's numeric. We don't need code. So I will run this and it gives me age 25. So this is how you can always add to an existing dictionary. Okay, moving ahead, let's explore set. Set is used for storing on other collection of unique items. Set is usually identified with a coding phrases as well, just like dictionary. But the difference here is that dictionary is used to store key phrase value, while set is not used for key pair values. Let's go ahead so you can see the difference. And here we don't have duplicate numbers. Okay, so I will leave a comment here as no duplicated values. So in fact, we don't have duplicate values. So I'll go ahead and declare a variable. This is set one, and in my set one, I'll go ahead to give a list of animals such as say cow, we have dog, and we have lamb, and we have lion, and we have a dog again. And then let's print this out and see why I say insert. We don't have duplicate values. So I want to print out this is my set one. I declared a variable as set one, and I'm having these values in my set. Okay, so let's print out and see. This returns only unique values. Remember I said set is used to store on other collections of unique items. Now look at this. In my set I have cow, dog, ram, lion and dog again. That means I have two dogs. But now I printed it out and it's giving me one dog. Why? Because in sets we don't have duplicate values. It returns just the unique values. Okay. Please, if you have any question, let me know in the comment section. So I'm adding cells. I love adding more cells instead of me copying to one particular cell. So I can as well go ahead to check that one data type. Maybe I'm not convinced that this is a set data type and I want to confirm it. I can go ahead and say print in parentheses of the type and then the name of the variable, which in this case is that one. I'll go ahead and run this and it returns class set. So this is a set data type. Let's move ahead. Suppose I have another variable. You know, I said you can always give your variable different names, right? But you should also know that we have range of naming variables that will be treated in our topic variables. Okay? Subsequently, we will talk about it. So suppose I have another variable as set2, and then in my set2, I have, let's say, 2, I have 3, I have dog, and That's where I have cow. And then now we want to print out set 1 or set 2. To print out set 1 or set 2, we use the function print and then we say set 1 or set 2. Okay, and then this will return unique values present both in set 1 and set 2. First, let's run this as well. So let's go ahead to run this and it will return this return cow, 2, 3, dog, ram, and lion. We know that cow is found here, right? Dog, ram, lion, right? In set 1. And in set 2, we have a difference of 2 and 3. So these are the unique values found both in set 1 and in set 2. But what if we want to print out set 1 and set 2? To print out set 1 and set 2, let's just copy this and then we change this all to and set 1 and set 2. This will return only the items that are common in both set 1 and set 2. Let's go ahead. So you see that in set 1 we have a dog here and in set 2 we have dog. In set 1 we have cow and in set 2 we have cow. So printing out set 1 and set 2 will give you just the values that are common in both set 1 and set 2. Okay, let's print out set 2 minus set 3. Let's say set 2 minus set 1. And we run this and it gives 2, 3. In set 2 we have this 2 and 3 that is not present in set 1, right? So if we minus set 1 from set 2, what you will see is just the ones that are not present in set 1. The same way, let's say 1 minus set 2, and we have lion and ram. We see that in set 1, we have ram and lion that is not present in set 2. Okay, moving ahead, let's discuss a little about sequence data type. And in sequence data type, we have tuple, we have list, and we have range, right? In our introduction, relation, all of that. So in sequence data type, I'm starting with list. So I'll as well keep a comment here as list data type. This data type is usually identified with a square bracket. So I'll go ahead to declare a variable as x in a square bracket. I will include my values such as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here I will go ahead to check the type of x. I will type print type in bracket x. I'll run this and it gives me a list. So x is a list data type. As well, I can go ahead to declare a variable as list, and in my square bracket, I'll include list of items. Let's say dog, and we have cat. So I want to print out this. I'll send this, and I run. It gives me the list as dog and cat. So if I want to check the type of data type that this list is holding, I will go ahead to say print, and then I'll say the name of my variable, which is list, and I run. It gives me a list. So this variable list is a list data type. Okay, now let's see how we can add to an existing list. So you write a comment how to add to an existing list. So to add to an existing list, we can use the function append, I'll go ahead to type the name of my variable in dots and append. In parentheses, I will include the item I want to be added to my list. In this list, I already have list of animals, list of domestic animals, but now I want to go ahead to add another domestic animal, which is goat. To display our include list, and it gives me goat. So goat is added to my list, and I can as well go ahead to add another animal. Let's say I want to add a ram, and I run ram is added. Okay, you can also remove values in a list. So now let's give a comment on how to remove objects from a list. To remove object from a list, I will mention the name of the variable, which is list in this case, and I will use code. In my parentheses, I will have to know the index of the object I want to remove. In this case, let's say I want to remove hen, and this hen is in index 1, right? This is 0, this is 1. So this hen is in index 1. I'll quickly put here 1 and then run. Our hen is nowhere to be found. Let's say I want to remove the object in index 2. We have 0, 1, 2. That means I'm removing both. So I'll quickly type again. And here at index 2, and I run. The code is off. So this is how you can always add and remove objects from a list. Let's take a look at tuple data type. Tuple is normally identified with the parentheses. So let's go ahead to declare a variable as top, and in my tuple I have tiger, lion, and elephant. Okay, and then I want to print out. I'll quickly run this. I have my tuple display as tiger, lion, and elephant. So I'll go ahead to check the data type of this top. So I'll go ahead and say print, say type, and then the name of my variable, which is top, and I run. This is print, and it gives me tuple. So this is a tuple data type, okay? So let's say I want to add to this tuple. I want to add to this variable. I will quickly declare. Okay, let's give a comment as how to add to tuple. So I'll quickly declare another variable as arrow. And in my arrow, I have tuple 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I want to add this new variable, which is arrow, to my tuple, which is this continue. Okay, so what I will do now is to, okay, before we do that, let's check if this arrow is actually a tuple or something else. Let's check the data type of arrow. So I'll go ahead and say print type an arrow, and it gives tuple, right? Okay, let's see now how to add to an existing tuple. So this is already an existing tuple with this list, and I want to add this 1, 25, 3, and 4 to the list top. So what I will do now is to type the name of the variable, which is top. That's our first tuple variable called top. And then the second one, which is arrow. I'll go ahead and run this insert tiger, lion, elephant, which is in the first one, then 1, 25, 3, and 4. Alright? So if I want to perform a multiplication, I can go ahead to say please maybe times couple times let's say 2 and I run it and it gives us a duplicate of what we have in our variable. Okay, the last sequence data type we talked about was range. So I'll go ahead and say range data type. Range is basically a function. The if I type, let's say A as a variable is equals to range, and here I have 5, and I decide to print out this range, it gives me a range of 0 to 5. It gives me a range from 0 to 5. Why? Because Python index always start from 0. So the range will have to start from 0 to 5. So I can as well declare another variable as b plus to range of 8, and so print out b. And I run this, it gives me a range from 0 to 8. Okay, so another data type I would love us to talk about is the Boolean data type. The Boolean data type is used to represent two values. It represents either true or false. So if I should have a variable as x with true value, I can go ahead to print out x. It gives me true. I can go ahead to print out the data type of x and say print in parentheses I'll say type and then I'll say hex, and this return Boolean data type. So this x is a Boolean data type. Now suppose I write let's say num2 greater than num1. Do you remember what our num1 was? Let's check it out. So we said our num1 was 6 and our num2 was 6.8. And now we said num2 greater than num1, and we run this and it gives us 2, which is 2. 6.8 is greater than 6, right? Okay, what if we say num3 is greater than num1 and we have false? Why not check num3 and see what is in num3? In num3 we have minus 7.5 and in num1 we have 6. So obviously 6 is greater than num3, not num3 greater than num1. Okay, so this is false. And if we want to check the data type of this, will definitely give us Boolean, because Boolean data type is used to represent false and true value. Okay, so this is the Boolean data type. So to confirm that, let's quickly assign y as a variable, and then we want to print out y. So let's print out the print type of y, and y is our variable here. So I receive Boolean. So this false is num3 greater than num1 is also a Boolean data type, as well as num2 greater than num1 is also a Boolean data type. Binary data types are not often used in Python, though it's important that we should have a good knowledge of it. So here I will declare a variable as y, and I'll say B, and I say hello. Let's say hello Python. I'll go ahead and say print out Y, and it gives hello Python. Then I'll say print type in parentheses print type of Y. And here I have Y. So this hello word is a byte type of binary data type. With this, we've come to the end of this section, and we've been able to cover text data type, numeric data types, mapping, dictionary data type, set data type, sequence data type, and in sequence data type, we have list data type, we have tuple data type, and we have range data type. We've also covered Boolean data type and binary data type. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please do like to subscribe to our channel so you can always get notification each time we upload a video. Thank you. Bye bye.